In this video, I'll show you how you can wirelessly share whatever's on your iPhone screen into the OSEE GoStream. Hi, I'm Aaron Parecki. So before we get going, there's a couple things we need to know. First of all, you're going to need the OSEE GoStream model that has the NDI feature activated. Sometimes they were selling the OSEE GoStream with the NDI included. Sometimes it was an extra add-on, so just double check. Once you have the NDI feature activated, the next thing you want to do is set up the network. Really, all that matters is that your OSEE GoStream and your iPhone are on the same network. So in my case, I have my phone connected to the Wi-Fi access point in the studio, and that's on the same network that the GoStream is plugged into over Ethernet. With those two things set up, we're ready to actually now move into setting up the connection between the two devices. So now you'll want to download the app called NDI HX Capture. This is what it looks like, and once it's downloaded, just click on the open and you'll be launched into the main screen of the app. There's really nothing to this app. There's just a big red button. Click to start broadcasting, and that's going to start broadcasting your phone's screen, everything that's captured on the screen, into an NDI feed available on the network. So once this is running, I can go ahead and get out of this menu, and I can now use the phone like normal and go navigate to other apps, and whatever is on my screen is going to be available as an NDI feed. So next we need to move to the GoStream and set this up to receive the NDI feed. So now I need to dive into the GoStream menu. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen like this so you can see what I'm looking at on the GoStream. The OSEE GoStream has 4 different video input sources and 1/5 video channel that can be used for a couple of different things. Right now, it's just playing back a looping video clip from the SD card. That's what we're gonna repurpose to bring in my iPhone feed. You can do this either from the GoStream buttons themselves or on the computer with the app. It's actually totally fine to do it on the GoStream, so that's what I'm gonna do here. First, I'm going to tap the menu button, and that's going to launch into the menu. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom to Settings and scroll down to the section called Source Selection. On the OSEE GoStream Duet, the model that has both SDI and HDMI, this is where you can choose whether the 4 video channels are coming in through the SDI port or HDMI. But down here is this aux channel. This is the 5th video channel available in the GoStream. Right now, it's set to storage device. So if I press on the little dial and then spin over, you can see I can also turn it into a USB camera for webcam input. Or if I go one more over, it says NDI. Now I can go ahead and tap on that. And now this is going to bring in an NDI feed over the network, and that shows up in this aux here. Now the last device I connected is this NDI camera, and that's what we're seeing here. But now we need to change it to pull in my iPhone screen. So I'm going to back out of the menu, back here. And the next thing is to long press on the play button. This is how you can both, when you're playing video clips, this is how you can choose which video clip to play. But in NDI mode, it's also how you choose which NDI source to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and long press on this. And this little menu pops up. This is showing me which NDI feeds it's found on the network. And I can see I've got a couple of different things. I've got OBS, I've got my H12 Pro Convert. But here I have the iPhone running NDI HX Capture. So now I'm going to go ahead and press on that to select it. And down in the bottom left corner, you can see it's actually got an error message saying an NDI signal is detected, but it is not supported. Please make sure that your signal is NDI HX and the resolution is 1920 by 1080. And this is where we hit the limit of what the GoStream can do. Because right now my iPhone is in portrait mode. So it's actually sending a portrait video feed over at NDI rather than horizontal. Now the NDI Capture app doesn't have a horizontal screen mode, but if I am in another app that does support horizontal, then it actually does work. So let's say I open Safari and because I want to share a web page. Now you can see it's not showing up there, but as soon as I turn my phone, then it shows up. So as long as my phone is horizontal and the app supports horizontal mode, I can get the feed into the GoStream. So I can zoom in, position it just right, and now I can have all of the flight information show up in the GoStream as a camera angle. So now we can use this just like any other video feed. We can use it in layouts, we can use it in side-by-side, picture-in-picture, create split screens, things like that. Let's go ahead and do a quick demo of that. So let's go into the menu here, and then we'll go into Super Source, which is the feature that GoStream uses for layouts. It is enabled. We have source 1 is input 1, which is my camera. Source 2, I'm gonna go ahead and move that to aux. And the background will be still 1. Great. This is where we can now control which style we want to use for this. This is a couple different styles: crop, zoom out, or zoom out, crop, or crop. What I'm going to do is actually bring this on the air so we can see what it's doing. So if I press on the super source layout, this is the layout that we're creating. So here's the crop mode. Here's where one of them is cropped, one is zoomed out. Here's the opposite way around. And I think for this, actually, the dual crop looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just set that. You also have the option to mask out the sides or the top and bottom of either or both, but I'm just going to leave those alone for now. You can play around with those with the super source layouts on your own. So now that this is created, I have two camera angles I can switch to, camera 1, camera 2 on the side. If I wanted to show my phone screen by itself on the stream, I can. And I also now have the super source layout, which is the side-by-side view. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. The only caveat here is that your phone needs to be in landscape mode because it just doesn't recognize a vertical signal. It also does work with an iPad in landscape mode, but not portrait mode, although it's a little bit weird because, as you'll see, the iPad's a little bit stretched out. It's taken the iPad screen, which is not 16:9 aspect ratio, and stretched it rather than added a black border. I guess that's the NDI app doing that, so maybe a different NDI Capture app could do a better job, but at least it does come through. And again, if I rotate this into portrait mode, then it just doesn't work because it's not the right resolution at all. So in landscape mode, I can get my screen sort of, but it works a lot better on the phone where it does actually send a proper 1920 by 1080 feed. So that's about it. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, or join one of my weekly live streams on Sundays and you can get your questions answered live. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.